All right. Today we're going to talk about drugs. We're going to talk about fentanyl. We're going to talk about joints. We're going to talk about the grass, all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, I find it very surprising the amount of people that are doing cocaine, bro. I just have to say, I just want to open with that because for some reason, I don't know, when I was like growing up, it was like such a huge thing, like a big problem. And then I guess I just slowly saw that. I don't know. It's kind of common.
Well, dude.
How did that happen, bro?
Well, I mean, Wolf of Wall Street definitely helped. Like if you look at it, there's a series of movies where there's like a main character who does cocaine and everything actually kind of works out fine. Like, even though they show, like, even if you look at Wolf of Wall Street, it's like his life goes to shit, and he's like, have you seen Wolf of Wall Street?
I haven't.
Oh, no. Okay.
I haven't.
Well,
but
for anybody who's seen it,
okay.
There's a scene where he has a couch pillow that has a bag of cocaine. It's probably like 2 pounds of cocaine in it. And he rips it. He's like freaking out. He like takes a knife, cuts it open. And he just starts like snorting cocaine on the table. And obviously that's when his life is like going to total shit. But even after that, it's like, it's actually not over. He like then comes back.
So he's going down. It's not the first time he's doing cocaine.
No.
Okay, so he's just in there all the time.
No,
but he makes a comeback after being fully drugged out and everything.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Actually.
I mean, I don't know Jordan Belfort's personal life thing, but my impression is that the whole drugs and alcohol thing hasn't been totally kicked, just based on what I see on his Instagram.
Right.
I haven't looked at him for a couple of years, but when I did look at his Instagram, I was like, oh, he's probably still kind of doing some of the same stuff as before. But there's a lot of movies where it's like, oh, do a little cocaine. It's not a big deal. Da-da-da. I mean, it's just been like super normalized.
Yeah.
Like it's been made super normal.
Yeah. And there's like the whole Scarface thing.
Yeah. There's the Scarface thing, of course. But like I'll give you an example.
Maybe I haven't done any of that stuff because I've never seen Scarface or Wolf of Wall Street. So I've avoided. I don't know if that's good.
You're avoiding the bad influences.
I mean, that's not why. But have you done cocaine?
Why does no? I haven't actually.
You have not done cocaine.
No.
Good.
Yeah. So I'll be open about it. So I've smoked weed, tried mushrooms, and I've done. This was like all a decade ago.
Right.
And then that's kind of. I mean, I drank like a whole bottle of cough syrup.
Oh yeah. Okay, you were talking about.
That was like
Okay.
It had a slight effect.
Okay.
Trying to think of this. That was actually it. Okay. I haven't done a lot of drugs, but my experience with them was I don't know. I feel like I got very lucky because I like way before Scientology, I had stopped all drug use.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Like I mean, I found Scientology in 2021. I stopped using drugs entirely in 2011. Well, because I went to a military school.
Is that when you stopped?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
because I started my senior year of high school.
Great thing.
Yeah, it actually was. It was a forcing function.
Wow.
And everybody knows. You come in the first day, piss test. That's like literally. Actually, no, it's day 2.
Okay.
You get up early in the morning. You do the drug test. It's known. Everybody knows it's coming. So it's like if you're doing anything, you got to be clean for like more than a month beforehand. I was like 3 months beforehand, like to like nothing. Yeah. And it was mostly smoking weed at the time. Like, yeah, and we can go into how that started.
So, but I think it's quite interesting that you had a catalyst to stop, which was you're going to go for a new life.
Yeah.
You go into the military, you're going to learn stuff. What was your plan with that? Like, what was your career path?
Well, I mean, I actually wanted to do like the special forces thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So like I went into, I did West Point, which is a 4-year military thing, finished there, went into the infantry branch, which is kind of like boots on the ground where you're like, you stay out in the woods for like weeks at a time and stuff. And so like I did Ranger school and stuff like that. That the career path was, hey, I want to go be like special forces and be, with a small group of guys like up in the mountains of Afghanistan and having to like hide behind goats and whatever.
Yeah.
Didn't end up that way, sure. which honestly I'm happy it didn't, but I was going down.
But you're like, hey, I'm going to be a better version of myself.
Totally.
I'm going to be a badass. And
that was
in order to be in that training, it's not an option if you're going to smoke or do any type of drug. I mean, you can't because you're being tested.
Yeah. And here's the thing is like your decision making has to be really good.
Yeah.
Like your ability to assess a situation and come to a decision. That's the whole thing that gets pushed in the military. And it actually is like the thing which makes a military unit either succeed or fail is the ability to timely make decisions and just carry them out with just extreme levels of violence, frankly. Yep. It's literally like attack speed, you know? And drugs slow you down. Yep. Can't make decisions. You question yourself. It's like all of that stuff, all that mental acuity. What I was going to say actually before, I was thinking back to the first time that I ever smoked weed.
Okay, yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the day after. Because the time when I smoked weed, it was like, oh, whatever, something's happening, da-da-da. It was interesting.
But first, how did you get access? Like a buddy offered you. They're like, you want to smoke. It's not like you went and said, hey, I want to try weed for the first time. Someone offered it to you or what?
Yeah, it was... I did actually want to try it because I was curious about it.
Sure.
I'm a curious guy. What can I say? You know, it goes all over the place when you're dispersed. Yeah. But then, my buddy was like, hey, do you want to come smoke weed? Yeah. It was like on a Saturday or something, like senior year of high school. And I had already I'd already gotten admitted to the college I wanted to go to. I was like on cruise control. Yeah, I was cruising. So anyways, I go and we smoke weed and it's on like a Saturday. Then it must have been on a Sunday because then the next Monday I go to swim practice after school. And I'm noticing usually I'm like pretty like hard worker at swim practice and I loved my competitive swim team. Like that was like my joy in life in high school. And you swam too, didn't you?
Very little bit. I've done like a sprint triathlon.
Okay, fine.
A couple of them.
Okay, good. So anyhow, I got to swim practice and I was like, man, I don't really want to work today. And I saw myself have that thought. And I was like, oh, no, that's not going to work. Because I knew, I was like, I'm about to go to West Point. I'm going to do the Army thing. I'm going to get destroyed if I don't have the will to work. And I was also like, I knew I was so grooved in that I knew it felt good at the end of like a 2-hour workout. I was like, man, I'm going to feel like I didn't think about it. So I just knew like I'll feel good and I'll feel so good at the end of the workout. Because, you get the endorphins from movement. The body's made to move. But I felt that like, oh, I don't really want to do anything. And I was like, whoa. Like literally the thought scared me.
Okay, it scared you, but then you didn't stop right away, or you did?
I didn't stop right away.
Right.
No, I didn't stop right away.
So you see the danger, but you're like,
yeah. I guess it was like I knew that I would have to stop eventually.
Okay.
Yeah. And my excuse to myself was, hey, I can't go past this certain time because the military thing is happening. So I'm not going to be able to continue past. So then that time.
let me like take advantage.
Let me like enjoy it while I can was kind of like the concept. Yeah. Yeah. And I didn't really enjoy it that much though, to be honest. Like it caused, in my dating life, like I literally broke up with a great girlfriend to go date a different girl. Well, I wound up marrying, but first girl was way better, to be honest. And I got confused. I got confused because I started smoking weed. Dude, drugs confuse the shit out of me. Wait, hold on.
Let me just, okay. You were the girl.
Yeah.
You started smoking pot. You left her.
Yeah.
Then you went to
She was not involved in any of the pot smoking. She was very...
I got that.
Yeah.
Then you went to another girl. Mm-hmm. And which of these two did you marry?
And I smoked the girl that I smoked weed with.
But you said the other girl was way better. You said the new girl's way better.
No. The old girl was way better. I'm not just saying that from like I haven't talked to her in like a decade or something. But I'm like, bro, just looking back at it, I've reflected on this many times, trust me.
Okay, but you're talking about the person back then at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So in theory,
but in all ways,
a person who's not smoking
in
versus
all
who is
ways,
smoking. I got it.
Better.
Yeah, at that moment. At that moment.
In all ways, bro.
Okay, good. You do know your wife might listen to this, right?
No, I'm sorry. This is my first wife, not my current wife. Oh, no. Bro, no, my current wife. No. Neither.
I was like, dude, I'm trying to get you to backtrack on this thing. I'm like, dude, okay, your first wife.
No. So I was married. I got divorced, and then I met my current wife. That was like 9 years ago. I met my current wife. We're talking about like ancient history here. This is like 15 years ago.
Okay.
No, so the girl that I was dating in my senior year of high school was great. It was this girl, Samantha. And then I broke up with her to date this girl, Demi, who I wound up marrying.
Right.
Samantha in all ways was better. Yeah. Ashley, no offense to, whatever. They can take offense. They don't hold a candle to my current wife.
Okay, good.
Like,
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay. Yeah, bro.
I was just making sure I got what you were saying.
Thank
you know what I mean? Okay.
Thank you for clarifying, because that might have got me in trouble.
Right. Okay. Thank you for that.
Aaron's my he's my marriage counselor on the side.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. So fine. So what was it? Tell me about like the smoking weed thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I think I don't know what happens, but it's so like I was walking home with my daughter the other day.
Yeah.
And we're passing by literally like, okay, you pass by bus stops or whatever.
Yeah.
And, like,
yeah.
there's a guy with a joint just smoking right there. And it's like, I'm with my daughter and it's my 2 daughters. We're both walking. And the guy's, and he's trying to like walk around, do something. But like, dude, you're going to smell it anyway. I don't matter if you walk a little bit, like and it's like the intense smell.
Yeah.
And it's just out there now. Like when I was growing up, you didn't just have people on the street, like on the bench, just out there. Like it's so not a problem. And of course, that guy looks like his life is in shambles, right? I mean, like, unfortunately, right? Like, whatever. But what is the idea? You have this idea that it's not going to mess with you originally.
Yeah.
Or what? Like,
I had this idea that it would make me cool. Like, no bullshit. I literally was like, hey, and also I thought that it would be like, I had always had this concept of like, oh, the cool kids who the girls like do drugs. I was like, they smoke weed and the girls think it's cool. So I'm like,
that's true. There was this one chick who was really hot.
Yeah.
And we literally called her pothead, and then her name, like, she was known as a pothead. Right? I'm not gonna say the name, but like,
yeah.
And that for
Aaron
me,
won't name names. I will.
I'm just saying, like, let's just say, let's call it Samantha. Like, let's just say Samantha.
Okay,
We're like, so it's like pothead Samantha. Like,
Yeah.
which Samantha? Oh, pothead Samantha. Oh yeah, hot, bro.
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
And like, like the guys that she was sleeping with were all smoking.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, dude, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on that. I think the girls, there are girls who smoke pot, like a lot, right? And typically they're gonna sleep with also other pothead kind of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing. I mean, I almost went down that path.
Yeah, dude. So the whole like drugs and and in childhood, here's the other thing is like they would do, when I say they, I mean like my school would put on anti-drug seminars like pretty semi-regularly.
Yep.
And they were just extremely ineffective. Actually, that's one thing that I wanted to kind of like crack into today with you is like, I wanted to actually look at like honest assessment. Why is it a bad idea for a kid to actually smoke pot? I actually do believe that. Like if I had it all over to do again, I would not do the pot thing.
Yep.
Like it did nothing for me.
Right.
It was a huge distraction. The biggest thing, it wasted so much time. Like so much time, you know? So like, as I'm getting older and time's more valuable to me, I'm like, I'm sure that's real to you. When you actually start getting successful, time becomes like the ultimate thing. You look back at the shit you wasted time on, which gave you no value at all. Drugs would be one of them for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how stupid was that? How stupid, you know?
Absolutely.
So how do you think that could be like communicated to like a young, like a 16-year-old?
Well, I think so.
In a way that they would understand it.
There's this like controversy against the DARE program. You know, the drugs, drug, alcohol. What the hell's DARE stand for? Do you know?
I think it's drug and alcohol resistance education.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so like the DARE program. That was like a big thing when in my middle school, I remember. And dude, I remember like it was yesterday. You'd have like this DARE event. Yeah. And all the druggers would come out and they'd be smoking like during the event. Yeah. Like in the back, and they're like, this stuff. And so I think what happens, like if, who was it? Like the police would come and be like, hey, this is
it was always the police.
The police come.
Dude, actually, I know what it is, actually. I know how it would work. The reason why it doesn't work is you take the people who aren't liked by the kids and you have them tell the kids not to do drugs.
It's ridiculous.
And so in order to not be like them, the kids are like, oh, okay, good. The people I don't like, most kids don't like cops growing up. Like I didn't, right? I like cops now, generally.
I always like cops a little bit.
Did you? Goody two shoes over here. I don't generally have issues with the police, but now I'm actually like, just generally speaking, I feel like we live in Clearwater. There's a lot of cops around.
No, but here's the thing.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Yeah,
right. Especially if it's someone who's already doing drugs and they're gonna get up. Like it's not gonna be the cops, dude. As soon as you're down that path, like cops are like your enemy because they're gonna catch you, right?
But if you actually had somebody cool come in, somebody who kids actually thought was cool, like the thing that's going on with Marshall Falk with the drug-free world, dude, that's sick. Yep, that's incredible. Like, at legitimate, actual superstar, basically in the football world, he's known.
Yeah.
You know about what he's doing, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's going around and basically doing basically
anti-drug like education
Yeah.
of what drugs really do to you.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think that's what has to be done. So there's a documentary called The Truth About Drugs. So I think that's what they call it. Truth About Drugs documentary, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's amazing. It's so good. The entire documentary is actually on Scientology TV.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very good. It's like they said they lied, and it's like, what is it? It's people who did drugs for like 5 years or 3 years, and then they quit, and they're like, this is what happened to me.
Yeah.
So you get it from someone who's like, what you would be like in 4 years if you're on drugs. And that's the person who has to give the message.
Dude, you just reminded me of something. You know what? My current wife's
Your current
mom, I feel like I have to clarify now. My current wife's mom used to show, this actually worked because my wife has never done any drugs ever, zero, nothing, right? And she was a rebellious kid. No drugs, would not do it. Her mom would show the kids mug shots of people who were arrested for drug use publicly. She would literally show them the mug shots, and she would make them look and guess the age, and then show them the actual age.
Wow.
So you'd be like 47, 23. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like serious, like meth addict, like crazy
because
shit.
That is one thing that's very clear. Like if you're doing that stuff, like you will get physically damaged.
That's right.
I mean, it's just,
you get so old so fast.
Yeah, and so women who pay all this stuff for creams and this and whatever, and like, you're gonna tell them, hey, this is what you're gonna look like.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a pretty good antidote, as opposed to like a cop coming and saying, hey, just say no or don't do it. You know what I mean? Like that's
so that's pretty effective. That works.
Yeah, no, but that's the deal. And imagine someone, imagine you bring those same guys, and they have a program to be like, dude, I'm in jail for dealing, right?
Yeah.
And those guys are like, you're gonna come now talk to these kids.
Yeah.
Like as a way to, maybe that would be like, hey, look, this is what happened. I was here in this same classroom right there. My buddy did this, I did that. Next thing you know, I broke into this thing, started stealing, Now I'm in prison for 10 years.
Yeah.
Is that what you want in your life? I mean, that might be one way to do it.
Dude, I think that would actually work really well.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would. Like people who literally are like, hey, like I did it. This is exactly what I did, and tell them the actual like crimes. Because look, here's the thing. Once you go to jail for something like that, or like you might as well talk about it. You might as well actually turn it into a good thing.
Yeah.
It would actually be a way for people who got in trouble with drugs or dealing, whatever, to actually turn it into a positive thing in their life and actually help other people. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. The other thing is like, for example, I'm thinking like our friend Tom Cummins or like Grant Cardone or somebody like that who actually was an actual drug addict and then flipped it completely. Man, I'm just like that. My opinion is I'm like, that should be like Grant Cardone should literally be like the anti-drug poster boy.
Yeah. I mean, I think
globally.
He is. Dude. I think he is.
No, he's not.
What do you mean? Like, I know he has some viral videos, dude. If you just search on Google, is weed good for business? Something like that. Like his video comes up like number one. There's a guy that I know. There's actually a guy here in Clearwater, not even a Scientologist. Yeah. And he quit weed because he saw that video from Grant.
Wow.
And he's been posting on the stuff.
What would the
search
like
is weed good for business?
Good for.
Let's just see.
We're looking it up live.
That's like the video. Let's see if fact checking me here. Smoking weed good for selling. Let's see. Okay, I don't see Grant. There was some video. I remember it came up.
If we go to the videos option,
or how to stop smoking weed, or like, let me see. Well,
I don't see anything Grant related, but my point is more like.
So look.
I know he's out there.
Here.
Yeah.
Does smoking pot help you succeed? There's a post called Marijuana Mastery. It has a bunch of views. And this video I know is actually a viral one, right? But like, that's the thing. Have you not seen that video? It's him talking with like some guy on the street, and he's like, bro. Like, I have seen this.
I have seen this.
Bro, I smoke weed.
He's in Vegas.
It's all good. He's like, dude, don't smoke weed.
Yeah.
And he's like, but well, I'm doing good. I'm making like whatever it is, $5,000 a month. Like, no, like I can smoke weed. It's all good. It's not stopping me. And he's like, bro, if you and me are the same thing, and forget about what it does to you mentally. Yeah. I think he even said that. Like, just pretend you spend 3 hours a day, 2 hours, whatever it is you spend smoking, and I put in that, and I'm grinding, and I'm doing something. Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
And then it's like all the other things making you slow everything else. But like, yes, maybe more of that.
Yeah.
There's definitely, it's good to put that stuff out there, but that's what we're doing here. We'll put a link in that. We'll put a link to that video on this channel.
Yeah. And the thing that for me, I would love to actually see like we got to figure out how to actually get people, like teachers to look at that.
Yeah.
Because if a teacher wants to keep their kids off of drugs, they should show them a very successful person who says, hey, I tried the drugs thing.
Yep.
It did not work.
Yep.
It made my life really bad. When I stopped doing it, my life got really good.
Yep.
Like just simple message, you know?
Absolutely. Can I tell you what I really think is the core, the biggest?
Tell me.
So there's two problems. One is the education part.
We're about to go deep here.
This is back to from Freedom Magazine.
Yeah.
Right? There was a big capture. They got 1,100 kilos of fentanyl that they seized at the border.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, if you literally stop drugs from coming in and there is no supply, it's done.
Yeah.
Like it's done.
That's
Dude,
right.
if you cannot get your hands on the drugs, then the problem is solved.
Yeah.
So I do think like between the wall and the blah and the borders and inspecting and, that kind of stuff, listen, it's not that hard to find a dealer, right? So like maybe programs.
Super easy.
That's what I'm saying. So like programs that will get you to find, and then those dealers.
Yeah, bro, I will randomly get proposition for drugs just out and about. It's a lot less now that I cut my hair. I used to have like long hair and a beard.
Oh,
I would
really?
get proposition way more, and I would wear like flannel. I used to get proposition way more back then, but now it's
so there you go.
Still from
Look,
time to time.
You get a person who dresses like that, puts long hair, and just walks around. And like, you want something? Boom, costs.
Thanks for asking.
But I'm actually like, the supply is the biggest issue.
Yeah,
I think, because the point is, it's not.
Yeah.
There's both. You have to tackle both. But I think like, no matter how much you're going to educate, realize you're going up against someone who's making a bunch of money selling.
That is true.
So whatever education doesn't mean counter education. Yeah. But if you cut off the source, and that's what's been happening, right? These seizures, like at least right now, there was that was a story from May 20th, just a few days ago. 1,100 kilos. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
It's true.
And like these seizures of actually like
fentanyl,
checking,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Like
right?
really a lot.
So what I'm saying is like, if we can cut that off, and there's a program like, okay, hey, there's that education piece, and goes, if you know these dealers, they can either come forward and be clean and get another chance, or like we'll give them a chance. Something
like a dealer amnesty program of
something
like, hey,
that.
come turn
hey,
in
dude,
your stock.
I'm a dealer. Turn yourself in. Turn in your supply.
Yeah.
And you can get off the hook and this and blah or something like that.
Dude, that would be great.
Because
you know what else?
If you just get all the dealers, bro.
That's right.
The problem is done.
So another maybe a little bit more draconian way of handling this. You know what draconian means?
Yeah.
Should I define it?
If you want to.
It's a very brutal way. Yep. It's very like old school medieval way of doing it. Brutal. So I want to say it's either Taiwan or Singapore. It's Singapore actually. You will get the death penalty. Like you can actually be given the death penalty for dealing drugs.
Are you being serious?
I'm dead serious.
What?
And they have zero drug issue in Singapore.
What?
I'm shocked. True? Wow, I finally found something about the world that I know that Aaron doesn't.
Singapore
this is the first time
drug
ever.
Dealing penalties. I'm gonna check that out. Is this real?
I have never once brought up a fact about. It's true. Yeah, look it up. I've never once brought up a fact to Aaron about the world that he didn't know, and he brings up shit I don't know all the time. This is great.
Drug consumption, Singapore's drug laws.
Yeah.
SingaporeLegalAdvice.com. All right, let's see. Number 1, drug possession, drug consumption, and drug trafficking. All right, so maximum penalties for the possession of drugs. Okay, it's 30 years imprisonment.
30 years for possession of drugs.
For possession of drugs.
That's pretty serious, yeah.
And it's opium, cocaine, cannabis resin, cannabis mixture, methamphetamine, morphine. Okay. Okay, drug consumption. Dude, that's possession. That's even consumption.
Yeah.
Consumption. I don't know what this is. Convicted. I don't know what the difference is, right?
What?
I mean, I know what the difference is, but like.
One is you did it, one is you have it.
Yeah. Consuming controlled specifies maximum of 10 years. That's weird.
Consumption is going to be less than possession.
Why? How? You can't consume it if you didn't have it, no?
Yeah.
Can you explain this to me? What are you talking about?
Go to trafficking.
But hold on. No, I need to. This doesn't make sense. But look.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you smoke it or sniff it or whatever, it means you have it. You
have
to have it to smoke it.
Yeah, if you have it on your possession, I think.
Is it maybe because they're thinking maybe you're going to be a dealer?
Dude, I don't know why. Yeah, I think it has to do with the fact that they think there's some sort of...
You might be dealing it because it's hard to catch you.
Going on.
Because if you just take... Okay, maybe that's why. Maybe they're like assuming you're going to sell it.
Yeah.
That's weird to me because I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So 10 years maximum for consumption.
Okay, now so go to trafficking.
Okay. Can Singapore legalize drug trafficking? The most serious offense is the drug trafficking. If you are involved transporting, delivering, selling, or distributing, or even offering to do any of them, you will be committing an offense.
Mm-hmm.
You can also be convicted if you order someone else to transport a controlled drug. Okay. Penalty. Depending on the class and quantity, the penalties ranges from imprisonment to mandatory death penalty.
Yep.
If you are convicted of trafficking controlled drugs containing more than 250 grams of ice, you will face a mandatory death penalty.
Mandatory death penalty. That's Singapore, right?
Singapore?
Yep.
Holy.
Yeah. They don't have a drug problem in Singapore.
Yeah, who's going to do that? Singapore?
Yeah. So what that's called, there's
drug use. How do you can see the stats on Singapore? How much, like you say don't have it, but like, let's see. Is it really,
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm saying that because Trump said it.
Okay.
I'm not just being completely transparent.
The number of drug abusers. Okay, no. Yeah, okay, fine, but that's true, bro. Like if
I've also heard anecdotally from people who are Ting Ting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I've heard from her that it's not an issue.
Yeah, because hey, if you know you're gonna sell this, you're gonna immediately be you're gonna have a death penalty.
Yeah, you get caught.
And you're in middle school and you're like, hey, should I sell this? Mandatory.
Yeah.
It's not an option. It's mandatory.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way to handle it, bro.
That's one way to handle it.
Would you be against that being passed here?
I would completely support that. You know why?
Yeah.
There's actually an LRH datum on this.
Yep.
It's the penalty too gruesome to bear.
Right.
That if you really don't want somebody to do something, you make the disincentive so huge that they're like, I'm not even willing to.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's a story that he talks about as well.
Mm-hmm. That LRH
in the
talks
West,
about.
and in the cowboy area, you steal from someone, you're gonna get shot.
That's right.
They don't have a stealing problem.
That's right.
Right? Like, yo, you just took my whatever, blah, boom, you shoot. Like, listen, it's a bit brutal. It's a bit crazy, but then people don't steal.
Yeah.
People don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. People respect each other's property. So I had this actually happen to me, not death penalty, but in my economics class at West Point. Yeah, no, haven't been shot yet. In my economics class at West Point, this is obviously my economics teacher at West Point was not a Scientologist, but he had this concept of incentives, right? And I believe in incentives. Like in my company, people are incentive towards what we want them to do, massively.
Absolutely.
So, and Elon talks a lot about incentives as well, by the way. So this economics teacher, he gave us a lesson in incentives. This was actually the first lesson he ever did in the class. And he's like, go. Okay. So we're going to do a practical here. It's going to last all semester. He's like, the incentive is, if I catch you cheating, you get a 0 in the whole class. If I catch you cheating one time, 0 in the whole class, and I will report you to the academic board and recommend you be expelled.
Okay.
And he's like, I predict we will not have a problem with cheating in this class.
Okay.
He's like, because that's the incentive. And by the way, this guy was the most sweetheart dude ever.
Wow.
He gave ass loads of extra credit.
Yeah.
Super nice. But if he caught somebody cheating, 0. They failed the whole semester, 0. And he reported them and recommended they be expelled.
Wow.
And he's
and you don't know anybody who cheated in that class? Or you know one person?
No, I actually don't know anybody who even it. It was just kind of accepted.
What about the same people in the other classes? Would they cheat in the other
For
classes?
Sure. 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And that's that simple.
Now,
and he didn't even, in this case, he didn't even have to actually give the penalty to anybody.
That's right.
It's just that is the standard.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try me.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, because it's a penalty that's you just aren't even willing to consider getting that penalty, so you won't go there.
Dude, I think honestly, listen, drug trafficking, realize if you sell drugs, in this case, the Singapore one is 250 grams, which how much is that? How much is we're talking.
It's it's a couple ounces, I think.
But what does that mean? How much can you smoke of that? Is that how many days of
that would
usage?
Be like a weed.
Yeah.
I mean, that would get you quite a while. 250 grams. That would last a while. You could probably make that last a year.
A year?
I think.
Okay, so 250 grams is a lot. Okay.
Hold on. Let me look how much it is compared to I need a unit converter here. So 250 grams to ounces. So it's 8 ounces. So that's half a pound. Yeah, that's a lot. For weed, that'd be a lot of weed. Yeah, you could make that last a year and smoke every day, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
So that's a decent amount of.
Yeah. So it's like you're trafficking a lot at that point, not just a little bit. So if you have enough, you go ahead.
It's actually not a lot in the drug world, though.
Really?
Like pounds would be a lot.
Of course. Like,
you know,
a lot. No, but I just mean like, dude, if someone could get high on that thing for a year, that's pretty. I mean, it's not like, hey,
it's not nothing.
This afternoon,
it's not
this is your weed for this afternoon or something, or like for a week or whatever.
This afternoon.
So,
here's your weed ration.
Yeah, exactly. No, like, yo, dude, here, you want it, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
60
you're talking about
portions.
if you get someone on that, or multiple people, because that could be 50 people for a week's worth or something like that, right? Because like you get a lot of people in it, then those guys end up using something else, and et cetera, et cetera. One of those guys will probably get into some sort of drinking and driving accident or something like that. Like, these things are common. Like, accidents occur mostly drinking, and a lot of times people drink and smoke at the same time.
Well, bro, let's just hijack a story that we both know from Tom.
Yeah.
Right. So a friend of ours, he talked about this on my business podcast, where he went to jail for drug trafficking, and he went in his cell block, and there were like 70 guys, and he surveyed all of them, and he asked every single one of them. He's like, what did you do to get in here? Like, what's your story? And regardless of the crime they committed, every single one of them, 100% of them, was on drugs when they were arrested. At the time of arrest, they were on drugs.
So if you take that into account,
100% correlation.
100% correlation.
Every
crime,
shooter,
death,
every shooter is on drugs. Every mass shooter
or on
that
withdrawal,
there's ever been. Oh, they're on withdrawal?
Or withdrawal.
Oh, yeah?
For sure, there's
instances where they were not on drugs?
The withdrawal is actually worse than being on the drug. For psychotropics, generally when they have an incident is when they get off of it. Like, you kind of do a cold turkey. And
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, so the withdrawal symptoms are actually what get you the most. And that's kind of why those drugs are so addictive.
So somebody's actually trying to like kick it.
Yeah, when you're on it, you don't go that, like, of course you're going crazy and over time, but when these big incidents occur.
You're so suppressed that you're just like.
When the big incidents occurs, once you're on it, and you're off it for, let's say, like 24 hours, a lot of people go really nuts. And it is very, I mean, there are entire businesses that are around. Like, there's a guy who literally takes, like, let's say Prozac, you're on Prozac and you're addicted, you can't be off it. You try to take it off and you almost killed yourself, or you killed someone else. I don't know. Literally that stuff will create that. It's on the box. There's not like a controversial thing. Like, it does cause homicide and suicide. So there are entire doctors and people who specialize in, like, good, you're taking 1 pill a day. They will literally crush it, make it into liquid, and then give you 0.9 pill a day for a week. Then 0.8 of the pill, then 0.7 of the pill. So you can wean off of it, and then you get vitamins and this. Because your body is now addicted, and when you get off of it, that's when these things occur. Just as a point, for those types of drugs, that's actually more of the case, is the withdrawal effects. As opposed to being on it.
I didn't know
So yes, they'll have some in their system, but it's mostly withdrawal. From my understanding, right? I mean, I didn't like do massive stuff, but I've also met with people, and the incidents I've heard around family members, around people that take this, like, when they get off of it, that's when they really go nuts. And it's not because they're not taking it, because before they were on the drug, they weren't violent or anything like that. Generally, you're on it, and then you get off, boom, the withdrawal.
So we kind of shifted there into psych drugs a little bit more.
But in general, like, so fine. In the prison, Tom confirmed that it's on your podcast. You check it out. But everybody's on drugs. So the point is, dude, if you are giving people a year's supply of drugs, right, or multiple people a lot of drugs, you will, in some way, directly or indirectly, be responsible for the death of somebody.
100%.
And so, is the death penalty warranted or not?
Yeah, it is, because at that point,
and I think like, you would have to have an advance warning, just kind of the person, like the person in your class who said, "Hey, this is a penalty." So it's like, good, everybody, you all know, on this day, maybe 6 months from now, this day on, you get caught, you will have the death penalty, and get that everywhere so everybody knows. Because, for example, let's say Tom, if that was a death penalty, he would have died. That's right. And he would have been killed. But if he would have known that was a penalty, then would he have even ever dealt? That's we could ask him. But, like, I think probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
I think probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Because that's the thing about, like, for example, one of the reasons that people pay their taxes, right? Like, if you talk to any wealthy person, they're like, pay your taxes. Like, do not do it to avoid taxes, other than the legal things, which that's not actually avoiding taxes. Of course. You literally just take your write-offs, right? And there's tax minimization strategies, and all of them do that. But once they get the bill, the final bill, they pay the bill timely.
Mm-hmm.
Like they pay the whole bill and they don't with it, right? So the reason they do that is because the consequence for not doing it is so brutal.
You go to jail.
And so, yeah, you literally go to jail. And it's like none of them are willing to experience that.
Yeah.
But you go to jail, it's like from what I understand, just like super easy to like lock somebody up for that. So nobody with it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So if you had that same thing around drug dealing,
we've solved it, guys. We've solved the drug problem.
Yeah. Well,
This is Singapore did it.
Yeah.
Let's adopt this in the U.S. Let's get a petition going around. Hey guys,
you want to start one? We actually
I mean, we could. Why not?
Could.
Like, listen.
We should. Yeah.
Let's talk about, hey, this person died from drugs. This person died from drugs. This person died from, like, hey, let's save our future generation, your friends' friends, your children's friends, your children themselves. Let's put this up. Let's put a petition.
So I wonder if you can actually do a state law.
Possibly.
Because I know that there are different states. There are different states where, like, for example, they use the death
Oregon,
penalty in Texas.
They legalized meth and all sorts of stuff over there.
Yeah.
Heroin.
And here's the other thing that, like, if somebody actually uses drugs and is watching this, I would say, like, we don't dislike you.
Absolutely not.
Like, we should actually talk about that. It's like there's, like, I'm trying to think if like I know people who do drugs right now. I'm sure I do.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Of course.
Do you dislike them?
No.
Yeah, it's like, it's not like a but would you really be happy for them if they kicked that terrible habit?
For sure. As long as they didn't go through a massive withdrawal and do something crazy.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I think the withdrawal process is a real problem.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it is a real problem, especially as you get into the heavier types of drugs. Like the withdrawal, it is actually very difficult to get off of it, and that's a real problem. And that's what I think. Like the best person that this is, let's say, targeted for in my eyes is someone who has not tried it yet, especially the kids. Right? If you have never tried the drug, know that, like, if you get on it, it's not so simple to just come off. Like, your body becomes hooked on it. Your actual cells demand this thing,
that's right.
And to just there's these decisions. There's like a decision tree. I forgot who's some famous person on these decisions, but like, if you can undo a decision, you don't have to think too much about it.
Yeah.
If this is a decision that's like permanent, has a permanent effect,
you
should like really dig deep into it to see, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Right? Is it really, really worth it?
Yeah.
And in that case, hey, coming off of it might be extremely hard, potentially like deadly.
Yeah.
Trying to come off.
Yeah.
Right? And then trying to stay on is also deadly. So like, you're kind of like, is it worth, because backtracking is not that easy for everybody.
Yeah.
Or for almost anybody.
You know, the other thing that would really handle the drug situation?
What's that?
Politicians need to be drug tested.
That's true.
That's completely true. Yeah. So I want to say that I don't think it's made it into any bill, but there have been serious discussions about this. And obviously, dude, the crazy thing about this is most of this is actually originated by the Republican Party, which I'm like,
what is originated?
Like anti-drug bills. Like,
there's definitely some Democrats there into it for sure.
Are there?
Absolutely, 100%.
We should find out who they are so that I can say that I like them. Because, like, here's the thing: is like, this is such a huge thing that even if you're,
it should be bipartisan.
Woke is
matter.
Like, I don't really like the woke ideology, but if you're against drugs, okay, that's a huge plus point for you. Like, okay, good, I can that a little bit.
Yeah,
we'll have to bleep that out. Sorry.
There's plenty. There's many other ones.
Oh, but no, seriously, like, it's such an issue.
But here, I think before that, back to the education part, it's like there's a lot since. Like, we go back to the movies. You get the movies, you get the idea, you get the stuff. Okay, it's cool, this, blah, blah, whatever. These people do it, the Snoop Doggs, all this stuff. Like, hey, it's cool. It's not going to affect your career. Like, the amount of people that, like, will literally mention Snoop Dogg, like, hey, you can't be successful in the drugs. Like, no, I never said you can't be successful and do drugs. That's not the point. Yeah. The point is that, like, what is your potential and how much time is spent to it? And even if you look at Snoop Dogg, like, a lot of the brand is around the drug. Yeah. So your kind of quote unquote success or legacy is around getting more people to do this. Like, is that the success that you want? And then, how, I don't know, right? Like, listen, I like some of his songs. But anyway, okay.
Here's the other thing is that Snoop Dogg's success is not predicated on him doing drugs. You know what I mean? Like, there's
but the branding is very heavy. You realize that? The branding is extremely heavy.
He has turned that into his brand.
Yeah.
But it's like that's something that he also is constantly fighting. If I had to guess,
is he? Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
he has to be. I mean, how could you be on drugs constantly and not actually be fighting that? Like I've experienced that.
Really? Well, honestly, for me, at some point, I don't actually know, dude. I wouldn't. I don't know. Is there? We could look up a podcast or find out this guy talks, but maybe he also changed, page. Maybe he changed direction. But there's definitely a point where I don't think he's fighting whatsoever. Like a lot of times, people they take on. No,
I mean, fighting it in ways that you might not think about. So like if he has to get up and go record a song, but he's still high as from the night before.
Yeah.
And he can't put a sentence together.
Yeah.
Like that's making his career worse, inarguably. Right. If you can't go and fulfill your commitments, if he's supposed to be on a show and he can't go because he missed his flight because he was on a bender the night before, that's damaging his career.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
anyway, I don't know. Like again, I don't know everything about it.
Yeah, I don't know Snoop Dogg specifics.
I don't know.
But I do know the way the drugs work, and I do know that is the product of people who drugs.
Yep.
They miss their flights, they miss appointments, they don't show up to shit, they show up and can't perform.
Yep.
That's just what happens. Yep. I have always experienced that with drugs. And actually, one other thing that I want to say that's really important here is because this is a Scientology podcast, right? Yep. In case anybody forgot. The thing that has amazed me, because I'm a newer Scientologist, actually, still, like all things considered. The most amazing thing about Scientology to me is the number of people who are on hard drugs who have completely recovered and actually not gone down a road of their life becoming a living hell and eventually dying of overdose, which happens all the time. There's countless examples. By the way, the biggest argument against the Snoop Dogg thing would be, okay, what happened to Juice WRLD? What happened to, what happened to Elvis Presley? Like all these other amazing people who are no longer with us because they OD'd.
Cobain.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain. It's debatable. He might have been killed.
Okay.
But suppose, he committed suicide. Yeah, exactly.
By the way, if you look at, suicides, like any person that I know of or know that has committed suicide was also on drugs.
Yeah.
And like it is a side effect of listed drugs that are legally sold.
Yeah.
That's listed on there.
Suicidal thoughts, yeah.
And the other drugs don't have labels.
Yeah.
Because they're not legal.
Yeah.
But it eventually happens. Like there is a route. So I want to say like, yes. Mm-hmm. So thank you for that. That's a good argument. I never even thought about that. So like for the one Snoop Dogg that exists, because that's like the one real guy that's really like heavy. There's all these people that have literally died.
Yeah.
Following a path somewhat similar.
Yeah, exactly.
Just he missed it somehow that it could have easily swooped out.
Somehow magically.
That's
somehow.
A very good point.
Martha Stewart saved him, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, and now we're talking about Scientology.
Yeah.
Right? So we're gonna talk about Scientology, and I want to talk about one of the reasons that people are able to come off. There is a program which I'll link to a course. There's one called Answers to Drugs. It's on the Scientology.org website, and it actually talks about getting your body the nutrition it needs, because what happens is your body gets addicted to stuff, and when you come off that withdrawal symptom, your body is lacking stuff. There's actually a thing called like a drug bomb, which is all these different vitamins and stuff that your body is wanting you to consume during the withdrawal, and that actually exists. And you can get all those ingredients and make that stuff for free. You don't have, we're not making money off of this thing.
Yeah.
Look up the drug bomb. We'll put it in the link. Okay. Answers to Drugs. That's actually Scientology.org/drugs. That's a free course. Yeah. And it includes how to make the drug bomb, and it includes like rehab procedures. And then there's also things
you can make bombs at home. It is legal.
Yeah.
Drug
that
bombs.
one. Yeah. I don't know why it's called that way, because it's like a big hit.
No, it makes sense.
A lot of vitamins.
Yeah.
Right? And so then there's this whole thing like the purification rundown, right? Which is
one of the best things I ever did in my life.
It has like you take your cells that are filled with this stuff and it sticks in there like in a way that you don't know.
By the way, when any person I've ever told about the Purif, Scientologist, not curious or not, whatever, every single one of them says, "Man, I want to do that." It's amazing. Every single person I've ever talked to, even people who are slightly antagonistic to Scientology, they're like, that purification thing, though, dude. It's because it's just anyways.
It's just good and common sense. It's backed by science. There's like books like that go into it. There's a massive mass trial, clinical study done in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And the results are incredible.
Yeah.
For this program. Like the Purification Detox Program. And like we'll link to that too. There's a lot of links I want to put in this thing. But I just want to say, like, that is a big step, because what happens is a lot of people don't have the way to come off.
Yeah.
Because withdrawal is a real, very hard thing. And then
Yeah.
recovery, long-term recovery, to get your mind straight after all the numbness and all these things that have happened. And you may not even, it's the new normal, right?
Yeah.
So how do you recover that? Well, that's clear
Yeah.
body, clear mind, purification rundown. Those things are all, I mean, I think incredible, invaluable.
And I want to finish a thought that I kind of lost earlier, but like the thing that amazes me and amazed me at the beginning, it still does, about Scientology, is that there's actually a handling for drugs where somebody who's going to the point of where they may have OD'd once, twice, 3 times, like they're serious drug users on hard drugs, can actually come completely all the way around. Because that is Grant Cardone.
Yep.
Grant Cardone overdosed 3 times. He went to rehab at 25, like checked himself in for 30, right? And then never did drugs again because he read the book Dianetics, and then became a Scientologist, having read the book Dianetics like 15 years earlier. But here's the thing. So I have a construction company, right? Yep. And I come from Pasco County. I grew up in Pasco County. There's a lot of heavy drug use in Pasco County.
I know a guy.
A lot.
I hired a guy who was a former drug dealer from Pasco.
Yeah. So a lot of opioid use, a lot of heroin use. So there's a guy that worked for me for 2.5 years, right? A guy named Wes. He, I found out like, obviously at the end of his tenure working for us. By the way, this was a seemingly functional guy. Did not like Scientology, for the record. Was actually when I found Scientology, he was already working for me, and I told him, I was like, dude, this is amazing. He's like, oh, blah blah blah. He had some bullshit false data. So whatever, fine. I respect his thing. It didn't affect his employment. It's like whatever, man. We had different beliefs. It's fine. And so we would actually go play golf, like not every weekend, but like probably every couple of weeks we'd go play golf. He's like my golf. He actually got me into golf in the first place. Wow. I love golf now. And this guy, Wes, so stop working for us because he went on a bender. He actually got the biggest.
What's a bender, like an overdose?
A bender's like where you have like a couple days where you're just drugged out and you go crazy. Oh yeah, you just go wild.
Like a binge.
A binge, yeah. Yeah.
A bender, okay.
Yeah, it's just another word for a binge.
Yeah, cool.
Because he got a check on this Friday because he closed the biggest deal he'd ever closed. He gets the biggest single commission check he's ever gotten. Wow. Goes and buys a bunch of drugs. Goes on this bender, we'll say.
Yes.
I don't hear from him on Monday. I don't hear from him on Tuesday. Finally, on Wednesday, his wife calls me and says, hey, he's in rehab. He checked himself into rehab. Wow. Was not true. He did not check himself into rehab. He was so up that she couldn't find him.
Wow. Was
just lost. And then finally he comes back. He's like, da-da-da, I'm cleaning up my act, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't clean up his act. A week later, I'm like, hey, okay, fine. Well, I'll have you. I was literally willing to have him keep working because he's productive. Wow. So I'm like, all right, bro, you got to check in with me every 4 hours. You got to do this. You got to do this. Daily report of everything you did. And you got to keep producing at the level you've been producing. It can't go down. Right. Pretty reasonable. Right.
Yeah.
Like the guy literally missed 3 days of work and was out of like, right. Cause he's on drugs. So I'm like, okay. And you got to like prove to me that you went to rehab. So he actually did that starts. And then by the end of that week, he was already off the reservation again. So I had to do it via email.
Off the reservation means what? Like
he went on another bender.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause he had more money. He had more drugs left over.
I know.
So here's where this goes is I had to do it via email cause I couldn't get in touch with him. Like, hey, we can't continue having you work here cause you're not physically here.
Yeah.
So, and it was super sad because that guy was the first sales guy I ever hired.
Wow.
He's actually the person who I got our sales like system to work with.
Wow. And
like literally built the first year of having other people sell the company started with him. Super pivotal role. That he wound up, we had to let him go. He left, whatever. That was in 2021, probably. No, actually in 2022. Last year he died. He OD'd on heroin. Yeah. Yeah. That is actually the logical conclusion of heavy drug use is the person winds up ODing, right? Wow. Like that happens all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. So dude, it's like,
and can I just say one thing?
Yeah,
I know a person who was in HR in a company, in sales, and she told me something kind of similar. Her life was around having to figure out when you got a new salesperson, they did well, not to pay them too fast. Because she had a history. She was on this role for a long time, hiring salespeople coming in.
Yeah. And
like when she first started the job, all the commissions were up front. And they always went on heavy drugs.
Yeah.
And then they would be lost.
Yeah.
OD or this or something. And she's like, you have to figure out how, like, We want to pay them, but when you pay them too much,
Yeah.
that's actually a real thing. Like it's not your scenario.
Mm-hmm.
It is not any isolated incident.
Yeah,
when,
that's right.
Unfortunately, some people, when they're addicts, I don't know what drives it, but then they get this check, they got to go do the Scarface thing.
Unhinged. Yeah, they just the brakes come off on the
and
bad
people
habits.
think like, well, why can't I make money? Because when you make money, you know you're going to do something stupid, so you have to stop yourself from making money.
That's right.
Because if you make money, now you know you possibly will literally die. So you're.
That's right.
Man, oh.
Yeah, that's right.
That's crazy, by the way.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane? We got to bleep that one again. Sorry, dude, it's insane, bro. Yeah. The crazy thing about that is like I had a front row seat to that. You know what I mean? I'm like literally I'm like, wow. And then
you did a check, and then that's.
Yeah, exactly. So man, the positive side of that is I then find Scientology.
Yep.
Or I had, found Scientology prior to that. But like now there's actually this technology where people have successfully used it. There's countless stories of people who were in the same position that Wes was in. Like about to actually OD, possibly end their life, right on the edge.
Days in your life.
Bro, Grant was there. Grant Cardone was at that precipice. And literally, for him, it would have been the book Dianetics. That flipped it. We got to get him on here to talk about that, Dianetics specifically. But Tom, same deal, right? It got flipped, and then now, boom, they're Grant's a billionaire, Tom's knocking on the door of being a billionaire. Like, and amazing life, beautiful life. Trust yourself.
I think that's the key thing. If you trust yourself, what you're going to do with all this money, like, you can even go and make it. Because if you know you get the money and that's going to happen, you have to be in that fight. That fight that you may or may not know you have.
Yep.
Right? Like, there's some reservation. Anyway, I think this is a great talk on this.
Yeah.
I think the solutions are a great idea. Like, listen, drug dealing, in my eyes, it's not a petty crime. If we adopt the Singapore thing, like a lot of the issues that occur happen after the drug use.
Yep.
Crimes, all these different things. OD, people dying. Like, what other penalty could you have that's worse? That's so. We'll see if we get up that petition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then otherwise share all this drug education and just talk about it.
Yeah.
I think conversation is very powerful. And then of course, seizing things at the border.
That's right.
Like that.
Yeah, I love that.
That is huge.
Yeah, I didn't really acknowledge it. That is an absolutely fantastic solution for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
All of the above.
Okay, good. Well, reminder, Scientology.org/drugs. Don't do nothing.
There you go. Don't do nothing podcast. Peace.